Hi guys, Stephen Palmer here, Michael Campbell Golf Academy. We're on the second tee of the Academy course. It's about 38 degrees and being an English guy, I'm not really made for this sort of weather, so I'm going to keep this as quick as I can. This is a video about how important it is to have the right equipment, especially if you're a senior golfer. So basically, as we get older, our swings tend to get slower, they get shorter, and equipment can really fill in that loss of distance. If you optimize your equipment, you can make your ball go as, you can get the most out of your swing with your equipment. If you're using bad equipment or equipment that's not optimized for you, you're going to be giving up yardage and accuracy as well unnecessarily. There's a bit of a misconception on custom fitting that it is only for good players. In fact, the opposite of this is completely true. If I give Tiger Woods a set of junior golf clubs, he will instinctively, he'll set up, he'll get down to the ball, he'll change his swing, and he will make those clubs work. He has the skill to make pretty much anything work. You give him a cricket bat and he'd probably be able to beat me and you. So the average golfer doesn't have that skill. The average golfer is going to continue to make their same old move, and if their equipment is not working for them, they're going to continue hitting the same bad shots. I want to talk a little bit about distance first. We're talking loft, shaft flex, and club weight. Now, as far as loft is concerned, and I'll talk from a driver perspective because it's probably the most influential. If you don't have the right amount of loft on your driver for your swing and your build and your speed, you're not going to launch the ball at the right angle. If you have too much loft, you'll be launching it too high and there won't be enough forward momentum, so the ball's going to drop short and it's not going to roll very far. If you have too little loft, the ball's not going to get in the air, it's not going to create a flight, it's not going to fly very far, and especially if the course is maybe a little bit soft, you're not going to get the distance. So we need that combination we need the correct launch angle, which is going to be given to us by the correct loft. Also, that has an influence in this is the flex and the weight of the shaft. Now, if the flex is too stiff, it's going to tend to launch the ball a little bit too low, and if the flex is too stiff and the weight is too heavy, you're not going to be able to move the shaft fast enough to create optimum club head speed. If you have, for example, a driver with too little loft, that's too heavy and too stiff, you're going to give up a lot of distance. I've seen players giving up 30 to 40 yards off the tee. To put that in perspective, if you hit 2 shots on a par 5, you could potentially be giving up 60 to 70 yards for your 3rd shot in. So you're talking about the difference of maybe having 80 yards in and having a little wedge, to 150 yards in and having potentially a long club into the green, just because you're not using the right equipment. So potentially you could be giving up that much without even knowing it. Going to length and lie angle being the angle at which the club sits. It needs to be sitting flat on the ground at impact for an optimum strike. If the lie angle is incorrect and the length is incorrect, first of all, if the lie is incorrect, we're going to see a dispersion, maybe left or right. If the club is what we say too upright, it will point this way, which tends to make the ball go left, and if it points this way, it tends to make the ball go right for a right-handed golfer. Shaft length, if your clubs are too long, you're probably going to have a problem. If your shafts are too long or too short, you're going to have problems setting up with good posture. Your clubs are too short, you're going to have more bend from the hips probably, or a bit more knee bend, which is not going to be ideal, especially for a senior golfer in terms of moving your body optimally. If your clubs are too long, you're going to probably struggle standing too high, getting into a good posture, and you're also going to struggle to return the sweet spot consistently to the golf ball, which is going to cause all sorts of distance and accuracy problems. So now some of you guys are going to be lucky enough to be able to buy a club straight off the rack. Now I'm talking to the guys that are around about 5'10", have average size, average length arms and legs, have pretty textbook posture, return the golf club to its starting position well. They don't raise or lower the shaft until impact. That's a lot of factors to have to get right in order to be able to buy equipment straight off the rack and it be okay. That's without going into swing speed and things like that. Fitting isn't particularly expensive, especially if you're buying equipment. A lot of the time you will get a big discount on a custom fit if you buy the equipment from the guy or girl who's fitting it. So there's no substitute for getting custom fitted, and it's really important to optimize your equipment. It's the easiest thing you can do to get the most out of your golf game without changing anything else. This is going to be a series on equipment, so stay tuned. We've got some great videos coming up for you, and I'll see you in the next one.